What's going on, guys? So we are in a very noisy location, but I had to take a look at this thing because you guys know, as much as I love big RVs, I also love the really tiny ones, and I love to see what you get and how these manufacturers are able to cram what they're able to cram into these really short RVs. So we're going to take a look at this PUMA Camping Edition. PUMA is a Forest River product by Palomino, and it is their kind of lower cost, value-oriented travel trailer line that gets you into RVing. And if you want to talk about camping, this is probably the closest thing you're going to have to camping in an RV before you get into RVing. So let's take a look at it. Hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, first and foremost, today we are out here at Colonia Del Rey RV in Corpus Christi, Texas. We're going to start with the numbers on this unit. So it has a gross vehicle weight rating of 3,840 pounds. Now, to be honest with you, that's a little higher than what I thought it would be, considering how tiny this thing is. Dry weight of 2,514 pounds. It has a cargo capacity of 1,297 pounds. There it is right there. The fact is, I don't think you're ever going to put 1,297 pounds worth of stuff inside of this trailer to get to that gross vehicle weight rating. So you're probably going to be closer at like maybe 3,200, 3,300 pounds when everything's said and done. But this thing's only 16 feet long. Of course, a single axle, and it's a 3,500 pound axle. So in most circumstances, you're not even going to achieve the axle capacity on this thing. Check that out. It has a 30-pound propane tank on it. That is not something you typically see on something this small. Does not have a power front and tongue jack, but I would venture to say you could probably almost lift this thing up without even needing a power front tongue jack. But it's a quick, easy upgrade because it's only 3 bolts. And then you have a spot here that you could easily put a couple batteries there, which is really nice. And you have a power disconnect right there, which I also like. And what's really cool about this is the fact that you can actually upgrade the heck out of this if you wanted to. There's a lot of cool things you could do, and they're already putting an off-road inspired Westlake tire on here, so you're already kind of looking the part, even if you keep it bone stock. Stabilizer jacks on the front and back, so you have scissor jacks all the way around. A low point drains over here. Has a cool kind of a frosted matte finish to it, and to be honest with you, this thing looks really cool. Even has a tiny little power awning with an LED light strip underneath it. This thing's called the 121 RKCE. So we're gonna take a look inside. I love the fact that they have a friction hinge on here. They got a couple fold out steps, and the price is right there on the bed. Love it when they do that. All right, so this 2025 Puma is gonna have an MSRP of 28 grand, $28,698. Sale price of $14,400. That is, or $14,480. That is a pretty good value for what you're getting, honestly, because I don't think the average person could build something like this out of a cargo trailer, because that's what a lot of people claim, to keep it under that price, to be honest with you. The average person. Now, if you are a master carpenter, if you're an electrician and a plumber, and you have the time to do all that, and the means and the resources, have at it. But for most people, that's actually going to be a pretty dang appealing price. Now, the crazy thing here is this feels so much larger inside than it looks from the outside. I mean, check it out. You have a full-blown kitchen back here. May not be like a huge chef's kitchen, but it's actually a pretty dang good-sized kitchen. You have a refrigerator freezer right here as well. I mean, this thing is pretty dang loaded. You have a 2-burner cooktop, plastic undermount sink, thermofoil countertop. I can't even hold thermofoil against them on this one just because of the price point and the size, to be honest with you, even though it would be nice if they put something a little bit more durable than thermofoil. That said, jackknife sofa, you could turn this into another sleeping area if you bring some kiddos with you. It would have been cool to put an enormous window right here. That would have been really cool, I think, at least. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. But yeah, you got your Furrion microwave up here. I mean, you have a genuine kitchen right here. You could be cooking your eggs and bacon in the morning. You have your sink right here, your coffee maker sitting right here, because that's the perfect spot for a coffee maker. You have your window so you can look out and see what you're about to go out and explore. You got storage up here. You don't have any drawers, and I really can't hold it against them because of the size of this thing, even though it would have been nice to put 2 drawers right there for silverware. But overall, this thing is cool. Plus, you have speakers inside of here. You have your AC up here, just one AC, and you have a vent register this way, this way, this way, and this way, so you can definitely get air anywhere you're sitting. You have a spot to hang a TV up here if you want to watch something while you're out here. This thing is really, really cool. You got your sound system, all your controls. In the bathroom, you have a shower in here. It would have been nice if they put a shower surround, even though they're using a wallboard that's waterproof, but still, it would have been nice if they put a shower surround in here. Easier to clean and maintain, and looks a little nicer. Plastic foot flush toilet, easily upgradable. Nice radius bar up here so you can get a little bit more room, but this feels so much bigger on the inside than it looks from the outside. It really does. And I gotta be honest with you, there's a lot of appeal in something like this, especially if you're a small family and you want to go out to the beach or to a national park or a recreational area and just be able to enjoy an RV with an air conditioning unit. You could throw a couple solar panels on it if it doesn't already have it. It might actually have some solar on top. And just enjoy the day. Bring food out here, cook some stuff. Really, really cool. And because it's going to be lightweight, relatively easy to tow, you can put this behind a lot of SUVs, a lot of small pickup trucks, and really get this thing where you want to go quickly. And it's lightweight, and it's short. So it's going to have less of a wind profile when you're towing it behind your SUV or your shorter vehicle. What do you guys think? Let's take a quick look at the outside. So again, we've gone over some stuff like the tires and the stabilizers, but let's look under here. Now that is one heck of a pass-through storage for a trailer this small. This rivals a lot of large RVs. That is a great size pass-through storage. This is a stick and tin unit, so it's going to be wood framed with aluminum siding on a steel frame on the bottom. And then on this side, you have the other side of your hatch. Again, tons and tons of room, even a tire cover. You have your 30 amp connection right there. Outside of your water heater. This is cool. This is really, really cool, and I like it. LED lighting, city water connection, prep for a backup camera. I don't know if it's a walkable roof because I don't see any prep for a ladder, but it probably is. But what's your feedback? I'd love your opinion. Drop a comment below. What would you think of owning something like this, and what about the price? Do you think it's a fair price? Anyways, guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.